Hello everyone, welcome to Billie Holman Creations. This is Billie. It's nice to have you back here today. Not too long ago I was working on some Easter baskets using some jute, twine, rope, what have you, and this is the big piece of rope I was dealing with, if you saw that video. So as I was putting that away, I came across some more pieces of jute. I didn't measure these, but these are just pieces with knots on the end. I don't know what they were ever for, but they're about 12 inches long, if you don't include the knot. And I decided I'm going to try one of those leaves that I see macrame artists do on Instagram, and use those pieces of rope up. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of the thicker twine and I split it. It's what is it? There's quite a few plies in here, but I split it to about I split it in half, and I ended up with a rope like this. And oh gosh, it's 3 feet at least long. And what I did is I just started with a loop here, just tied that off, and then I stuck it on this macrame board that I've never used, and I just started on my sweet merry way with these pieces of rope. Now I took the knots out, and I decided, well, I'm just going to open these right up to 4 strands. And they're quite curly. And I thought I'd make a toupee. Not really. No, it almost looks like a toupee. But anyway, I was splitting up these pieces of jute into 4 different strands. And what I've done is just started tying them onto that main piece, that the longer piece that I stuck on this frame. And I'm just alternating. So let me move that up a little. And I could bring you down a little. Hold on. And okay, all I've been doing is folding it in half, finding the center, and alternating. I'm sliding to the left, grabbing those pieces within that loop and pulling them taut and pushing them straight up. Take another one, and I am just going to go the opposite direction. Take that loop towards the right, go underneath, grab that, and pull. So I'm trying to pull them as tight as I can and shifting them up. Now I want to make a piece about, let's see, so far we've got about 10 inches wide. So I'm thinking I want to go another 10 inches long. So I'll have a square. And I'm going to continue to do this. And somehow, some way, I am going to incorporate this with a resin project. Now I have one of those ideas again. We'll just see how it turns out. So I'm just going to continue doing this till I have that square piece made. And then I will get back to you. So let me put you on pause. And that way you don't have to... Which way was I going? I'm going this way. That way you don't have to watch me just do this, because this is pretty much all I'm doing all the way down till I have about a 10-inch square. So give me a few minutes and I'll get right back to you on this. Okay, here we are. I was able to tie this until I ran out of twine. And let's see, how long is it? Oh, I'm thinking, oh, I can't tell. I don't know where I put my ruler. But anyway, here it is. It is about, 10 inches with a not including the loop on the top. Okay, so now take this off of this little board I have. Of course, you can attach that to anything, like a clipboard or a piece of wood with a nail. Doesn't matter. And now I'm going to make a real mess. I'm going to make a real mess, and I probably should do this out in the shop. But it's cold out today. It's really windy. All right. My leaf is ready. Well, it's not ready, but my leaf is done. I went out and I got one of the old dog brushes here. This is just a thick comb. Any thick comb, I guess, will do, or a doggy brush or a cat brush. And I'm just going to, like I said, make a real mess here. I can't see where you are. I'm just going to start brushing this out. Look at, I'm sure a different type of twine might work out better, but I'm going to use this up and I'm just going to comb. So comb this up, both sides, make a mess. Look at that. Oh, you know what I did with some of this? I took it outside and I put it in one of my plant hangers outside, and I put it out and left it for the birds because they'll nip at this and they'll take it for their nesting materials. You know, waste not, want not. Anyway, I'm brushing. Turn it over. Brush some more. Okay, I made a second one. Or actually, this is the second one. I made another. All right. So brushing it out, it got rather thin. This is what we're looking at. And I brushed it out. Then I put it on an old towel and I ironed it. Some of these twines did not unravel, but they're just going to have to be like that. So I brushed it, put it on an old towel, ironed it, and I'm going to take it outside, well, to the shop, get some freezer paper here. I'm going to put this on some freezer paper, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to spray both sides with a polyacrylic spray. So once that's done, I'll bring them both back in, and we can take it from there. Okay? We'll see you in a little while. Bye. Hi, everyone. I am back with my twine piece that I want to turn into a leaf. It's been out in the shop for quite a while. I did spray polyurethane on it. It wasn't getting thick or firm enough. So I took my liquid polyurethane and I painted it on. And I really let it sop it up. You can see where it's a bit shiny here. And I want to make this a leaf. But I still want it firmer than it is. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I like this leaf. I have this mold. It's a leaf mold. I don't know what kind of leaf this is, but I like this leaf. So I got online. I was searching around and I did find a free template of this leaf. Still a bit too small, and I didn't enlarge it on my printer, but I printed out two, and there's this one also, which is real pretty. But I want something similar to this. So what I did to make it thicker is I grabbed some, this is called Heat Bond Ultra Hold, and it is a interfacing. It's a interfacing with a sticky side here. And when you heat it with your iron, it will put all that glue into your whatever you're doing, and then you lift the white paper off and it should stay. I'm going to try it. So I just cut a piece of interfacing, kind of square, folded it in half. I discovered don't fold it in half, glue side together. Fold it the opposite way. And I just sort of cut a heart. You know, I set this down in the middle and cut a heart. It's still not quite like this photograph. So I think I'm going to just cut and taper this down and make it a little longer. There's too big of a curve here. So, maybe that's a problem. Anyway, I've got it bigger on this side. So I'm just going to grab some scissors. And I'm going to start here. Let me put this down. I guess I could have sketched it. But I'm just going to take some of this off. Make it look a little longer. Okay, and it doesn't have to be precise by any means, or it doesn't have to be the same on each side. But let's see if that looks any better. I think that's better. Okay, like so. Now I like that shape. And once it's on there, we can go in and cut the little areas out. So I grabbed my little portable ironing board. Let me pull it over here. It's this. Okay, that's my ironing board. And I'm going to put my... I'll turn it sideways. I'm going to... This is going to be the top part. So I'm going to flip it over. Let's see if I can make this work. Just line it up in the middle down that, I'll call it a seam. Do the best I can. And I don't think it'll go through on my ironing board because it's pretty dense. So I'm just going to, hopefully don't ruin my iron. And I'm just going to press and hold. It doesn't take too long. I happen to have this because I was going to do a quilt or a duvet cover with my boys' t-shirts. So I started cutting them and putting this interfacing on them to make them, you know, stiffer when you sew, because it's t-shirt material. Something's smoking. Let's see. It's getting pretty warm. I'll just get this down and hopefully it'll stick and make this a little more stiff. I still don't know what I'm going to do with these leaves. I really, I have to think. I've been thinking and thinking, but nothing's really come to me. I want to decorate it somehow. But that will come in time. I just want to get this step done, so I don't have all these supplies laying around. And, ooh, I can smell it. You know what it is? It's this. Let me see how this works. It's been a while since I've used this stuff. It'll peel off. Oh, there we go. But I'm going to press it just a little bit more. And I'm sure when it cools down, then we can cut it. Get over here. And there. But I've seen some macrame artists, you know, on Instagram make these leaves, and I thought they were pretty cool. They just leave theirs plain, but they don't make them this big either. So I'm going to somehow decorate it. I'm repeating myself. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off without getting burnt. Here we go. So, oh no, that's not quite. I guess it'll take a bit. So I'll keep going till I can peel this up. Well, there it is. Most of it's on there. And that's helped quite a bit. So let me move this out of the way. I did make a second one too. I still have to do the interfacing on that. So Now, since I can see the outline, I'm just going to, I'm going to save this tip and deal with that later, but I'm just going to cut this out. And here's a cat. Hello, Thomas. What are you doing? Oh, I should have glued that before I cut it. All right. There is our leaf, and it's pretty stiff. So I will get back to you when I am ready to decorate this, and we'll see what we can do with it. All right. We'll see you in a little while. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let's get ready to add some flowers to our gecko background that we're going to be doing this week. So here's our beautiful gecko in the greens and muted colors. So I'm going to take some of those same muted colors, and I'm going to use this beautiful mold redesign made by Prima, and I purchased these off of Amazon, and they are beautiful, beautiful flower molds. They are in my Amazon storefront. This is a lotus, I believe, and look how thick they are. They're very well made, and I've used them before in my floral round or floral ovals I did for Mother's Day, or was it Valentine's? Can't remember, but they turned out beautiful. I can put the link at the end of the video for you if you'd like to look at that. Anyway, I've grabbed the same colors that I've used in the gecko, and I'm going to make this floral arrangement here with the greens, the same as the gecko. So I'm going to start with the flower itself. I'm going to have this soap dye olive yellow, and then for the inside of the flowers, I'm going to go with just olive, and then I'm going to go with oyster for the stems. And then when I pour the resin, I'm going to do the same with the K-Resin Evergreen on the back. And then our colors will be pretty close to this little gecko here. So I'm just going to start dusting. I've got some micro brushes and some regular paint brushes. They're soft bristled. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'll get back with you when I'm finished. Okay, done with that. Let me just blow this out a little bit. I was trying to get it on the sides as best I can. So we're going to take this to the other room, and I'm going to make up some resin. And we're going to tint it with the K-Resin Evergreen. I'll be right back. Okay, I've mixed up 200 milligrams of resin, and I'm using Let's Resin this time. I finally get to try that wonderful resin I've heard so much about. So I've split it in half because I have something else to pour. So I'm just going to use 100 milligrams here, or just over 3 ounces. And let's get back to this beautiful evergreen, because that is what we are going to color up today. If I can open it with gloves on. Come on, you. Let's do it. There we go. All right, here we are. Get a nice fresh stick. I also use stick, but now I put a lot in that gecko. I probably didn't need that much, so I'm going to just start with one good scoop here and see what that does. I want it green, but we're not going to see the back. But this is going to mute the colors in the flowers. Yes, I think that'll work. That'll mute the flowers, and we should be good to go. Well, actually, that's pretty translucent. I guess I do need to. I'm talking before I'm done stirring, thinking I know it all. Okay, let's do another one. We'll go with 2. There we go. I'm going to have to get on Resin's website and look at their different mica colors. I love this green. And we're stirring and stirring and stirring. I have this on my leveling board and my heat mat. And I've not used these molds on my heat mat because they are quite thick. I guess with the cover on, the heat will stay in there and we should be good to go. Alright. Now, just go ahead and pour. I could come down a little bit. Hold on. There we go. A little bit. All right. Let me sit down a second. Now, I measured by weight, not volume. I want to keep trying that technique for a little while and see how that works for me. These molds sure are pretty. The florals are so detailed. It's amazing. Gosh, I might just have enough for the florals. And I'm not going to use them all. I know that. But I thought I'd just see how many I could fill with this mold with how much resin I have and go from there. Then I'll have extra flowers. Ooh. Now these are cherry blossoms, I believe. Oh my gosh, I just gave away our secret. No, I didn't, did I? Oh. No, I didn't. This is the one I wanted. Okay, never mind. Whoa. Panicking for nothing, Billy. Let's see, I already started this one. And I want you to know I do use my ventilator when I stir and mix my resin, but I have taken it off. I want to save a little bit of this. I am going to, well, I've used half of it. Guess the molds can wait a minute. Let me get my little, see, with the board and 2 silicone mats on here, it tends to not warp, but tends to not be even as much as I'd like it to be. But I'm going to take, gosh, how much of this do I need? Because I want to show you what we're doing. I can come back to the flowers if I need any extra, if I have extra, but let me get some of this off. Spoon would be good. I don't have a plastic, oh, I do have a plastic spoon somewhere. Well, let's just do this. A little extra there. That will work. These, no matter what, these are going to be very pretty. Clean that up a little bit. All right. I might come back to that later. Let me shove this up a bit and over because I'm going to show you the background of what we're going to be using. And I hope you like it. Remember these. Now I'm going to have to go up because I want to do this in front of you. Remember this leaf I made out of the, I can move this mold, I think. I won't spill it too badly. The jute rope. I guess you don't remember the jute rope. That's the beginning of the video. I'm doing this in so many parts. All right. This, oops, is our jute rope that I worked on earlier. And what I'm going to do with this extra green is I'm going to pour on the back and make this really sturdy if I can. That's why I added the green tint to it, so it will match our gecko and our flowers. But when we're ready, we're going to do the same thing on the top when we add the lizard. And it's going to be so exciting. I think I'm just going to, see, I already did one coat. I'm just going to rub this in. And I'm going to try to shape this leaf also. Do some cutting to it. But for right now, I just left it solid. And if it goes onto the front, we're okay because we're going to do green on the front anyhow. But maybe when we do that, I'll have to put some liquid latex on the back. But I just wanted these so nice and firm. And that's what I'm doing. So, that's where the extra green has gone. I'm going to let both this and the mold set up. And when I come back to you, the front should be ready to go. And we'll see what we can do with them. But like I said, this is just a background. I wanted something different. And I'd already used up the jute. So here we are. And that gives it a bit of a green tint. Okay. Stay tuned. I'll see you in a little while. Have a great day. Bye, everyone. Move it down so you can see. There you go. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hello. I'm back. Oh, let me tell you. These have been sitting for maybe 6 hours. And I was just checking to see if they're ready to demold. And yes, they are. But I need to ask you, have you ever been working on a project, thought you were done with a step, and then started second guessing yourself? Because I did that on this one. Do you remember me saying, oh, I've got them backwards? Or something like, whoops, that doesn't go on that one. Well, the truth comes out. I poured a brown background on this flower when it should have been the green. It should have been the green, because I was actually working on 2 lizards, a brown one and a green one. The brown one I did first before I decided to do a green one, and I thought I'd, do the pours at the same time, and of course I got them backwards. So, and I also said this was what did I say this was? It's a crocus, and I said it was something else, so I messed up there. But let me show you. I went ahead and demolded it. And I must say that these are matte finish, so I was going to pour resin on top anyway to give you the shine. Well, this is how it turned out. This one was supposed to have the green background to go with the green gecko. Okay. And at the same time, I poured a second mold and I used the green background on what should have been the brown background. Let's go ahead and demold this and I'll show you what I mean. I probably need to clean up my edges. But here we go with the green background on the cherry blossoms. Now, I put plum in the cherry blossom because I wanted it to match the brown lizard. And it does, whether it have the green background or brown, it's still, this one worked out fine. I can work with this one. But as far as the green goes, on the brown one, they don't go together. They don't go together. Whereas, like I just showed you, these two will go together because there's plum in the gecko and there's plum in the flowers. And I have a hair right there. So this will still work. I wanted them to be similar, but they're not. So what I need to do now, because this is matte and I need it shiny anyway, I am going to take some of my polyurethane. I have it opened or I'd tilt it. My water-based gloss finish polyurethane. And I am going to put a little bit in a little cup. And why is it black in there? There's some black stuff floating. I don't know. But let me just get a little bit of this. And I'm going to put just a little bit of this clear gloss in a little cup. Let's put the lid on this and set that aside. And now I'm going to get, oh my goodness. Oh, what was going to be easy tends sometimes to not go as you planned. My evergreen, where's my evergreen? Here we go. My evergreen mica powder. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this. And I've done this before, painted a different color over my resins, my molds, with the polyurethane and mica powder. So I'm just going to put a little green in there and stir it up. I hope that blends nicely. And this will dry clear. Oh, I think I better put a little more on there. In there. Get a little more. New stick. And I'm just going to paint the branches. So that's what I'm up to now to correct my mistake. And I've discovered through the years there's always a way to fix things. No matter what happens, there's always a way. But I was disappointed in myself when I wasn't thinking, and I wanted to surprise you with two different lizards, two different colors. Surprise! There you go. There you go. That's our surprise. So let me just get a decent brush. I use this for the micas and it frayed all out, but well, maybe I need a pointier one. And I'm ready. I'm ready for you. I try to be ready for you most of the time. And but today, a different story. Okay. So let's see. I'm just going to see if this will make a difference. Yes, if I put the green on there. Where's our green gecko? That will have it blend a little better. Although the color of the flowers aren't as yellow gold as this gold. Maybe I'll paint those too. I don't know, but this was my mistake and I wanted to share that with you. So when this is dry and the big leaves made out of the jute rope are not dry yet, then we can get back to finishing this project. And I need to get this video ready for you Sunday because I got a phone call today and I have to leave Friday because we have a music gig. And I'll be gone the entire weekend. I'll be gone Friday through Sunday. And so Sunday is Mother's Day. So you will get this on Mother's Day. I really didn't think about a Mother's Day project. I just had this in my mindset to do this, and there you go. So Sunday being Mother's Day is also my birthday. Once in a while it lands on Mother's Day, and this year it does. But I don't think I'll be celebrating Mother's Day this year. But that's okay. I have another birthday. And, oh my goodness, then I just realized tomorrow's Monday. I'm doing this Sunday. My driver's license is expired, so I have to get out of town and take care of that before I go off for the weekend. That's all I need is to have my driver's license outdated. So it's going to be busy. And I'm taking our little motorhome, so that will be fun. That's going to be a band camp out. We're playing at a grand opening of a little RV park, and we did it last year too. We're playing, not the grand opening, the summer opening party. And we're playing beside the pool. So let's hope it's not raining because we have had a pretty wet week this week here in Idaho. But anyway, that's my latest news, and that'll be fine. See, that'll work out good. If I have to, I'll go ahead and maybe paint the whole thing with the polyacrylic and see what color those flowers turn out to be with the shine, and I might have to add a little more of this gold color to them and make them match up. So I won't hold you up, and until then, I'll be back when we're ready to place these on our jute leaves, and we'll shape them a little bit and see how they turn out. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. I'm going to get after this again by tomorrow. I should be ready to go. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Ring the bell, and I'll see you in just a few seconds. Bye. Well, hello, everyone. I'm back, and the backs of our resin pour on these leaves are set. They're cured. They're hard. This is how I'm going to place my geckos. I think I can move my phone back just a skosh so you can see a little better. There we are. That looks good, but here's the brown. And this is how I want to place them. And I was thinking, if I did anything different, I would make this seam with the smaller jute, because this is pretty big and bulky. Makes it rather, tauter, but we can fix that later. Anyway, there is the brown, and we don't have the resin on top yet. And here is the green, and that'll look a lot different when the green gets on the jute with the green resin. Anyway, now the big decision is, since I have these placed where I think I want them, I think I'm going to have to raise you up just a little more. This is a longer one. This one's bigger. So hold on. Manual adjustment. Oh my goodness, will it come up? Come on, you. Where's my strength? I'm leaning over, sorry. Okay. So now what I need to do is take my picture, which is smaller than the leaves themselves, and try to figure out where I'm going to cut in these areas on the leaves. So I have a brown marker here. I don't want to outline everything because then it will, you know, show up. But looking at my photo, I think I'm going to cut this one shorter down here as we go. So the tip, and it's really lumpy there. That's a big lump. Maybe the tip, oh, let's pretend the tip's there. Oh, that marker shows up pretty good. I can bring this up, and I think I'm going to come in. Oh, let's see. This is going to be tricky. I think I'm going to come in about here with that little piece of the leaf. Come in there. And this one I can come up maybe about here. So that'll come around and up and maybe like this. Okay, I'm thinking, let's hope. Didn't know any other way to do this. Coming up around this area, I want to space these pretty evenly. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, so maybe in this area I can come up between the flowers. And I don't have to go all the way in or too far in, but something like that. Move you over. Something like that. I don't know if you can see the bit of the markers. And then about here, so it'd be 1, 2, 3. Maybe here we can come in about like this. And I can extend that actually. I could extend that out to here. Maybe. Okay. And then I'll just try to round this top part off a little better. Maybe bring that down like that. And then we'll go to this side. That will come down to probably the tail, or maybe around here. I'm trying to make it sort of equal. Maybe like that. And here, a skosh. Maybe, I hope I'm going the right direction. Maybe just into his little pelvis area. Like that. And then about here. And come up maybe just a little more up here. So this one can come up maybe a little more too. Okay, I think, did I get up here yet? No, I didn't, did I? Oh my gosh, yes I did. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the brown one. And let me see if I can't get some heavy duty scissors or nippers and try to cut this. So the brown one can wait. Let me, I don't think I have good enough scissors unless I get my kitchen shears. Here we go. Hold on a minute. I'm going to get my kitchen shears. Okay, I have them, and I meant to say, if you hear a bunch of banging going on, after 40 years, we have some roofers on the roof putting up new shingles. So that's the banging and the hanging, but hopefully it's not going to deter me from doing my thing. I'm just going to carry on. Anyway, don't tell the husband I have these scissors, because I'm going to, if they can cut it, chicken bones and stuff, why not? I'll wash them. Okay, let's see if I can shape a leaf. I don't know. Do my best. Let's see. I guess I want to go this way. If I come around. Oh, this is the scary part, eh? I guess we'll just kind of make it curvy. Oh, that cuts all right. I thought I'd have to go out and get my Dremel tool. But maybe not, eh? I say a lot for those of you who don't know. I live in the States, but I'm from Canada actually. So I have that A thing going on. All right. I don't know. I might have to get the Dremel in these little bits. I don't want to go too far. Okay, well, I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks this is a kind of tacky looking, but then there's a part of me that thinks, hey, this is pretty cool. So I'll have to get your opinions on this when we're finished, because heck, I don't know. Just want it to be different. It's not going to take the curves very well here. Come on, Bill. Get in there. Guess I could take the X-Acto knife later, or I was just afraid to cut these after all this work. Yeah, I'll have to get this little piece. Okay. Let's go into this one. Oh, it's hard there. It's hard there. Might have to go outside with this. Let's just get at least that far done. Did I show you the backs? There's the backs. There's your back. It's still, it leaked through, but that's okay. We're gonna, I don't know. Then there was a part of me just thinking, why didn't you just get a piece of wood and cut out a leaf instead of trying this idea? But hey, I don't know. Oh. All right. See how far I can get. This is a thicker area. There's more resin down here, it seems. Right there's pretty thin. Okay. Now, I wanted to cut this big piece off. I can't do that here. I'm gonna have to go to the shop and cut that off. All right. You know, for those of you who are resin artists, it's so beneficial to have a Dremel tool. I have to say it's probably one of the best investments that I've made. And I've got well, I have two in the shop, but I have a nice one that I listed in my Amazon shop if you want to check that out. It's under woodworking tools. So let me go out to the shop, kind of smooth these a little bit here, and because these are pretty pointy, I'm going to take my little cutting tool and go around the edges. Let's see if I can't make this look like a real leaf. It's getting there though, isn't it? All right, everyone, I'll be back in just a second. Well, I must say, there we go. It took a little bit of shaping and sanding, but I think it's going to be all right. I took part of the tip and the thick part off of here, and I kind of dipped this one in a little bit to give it more of a curve. Sanded a little bit of these bumpy areas here too. So that's going to be the green one. I didn't make it much smaller, but here's a brown. I broke a piece here, but maybe, don't matter. It's a leaf. And I think I should have sanded this area down too, but it's rather flat. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour another coat of resin. I'll do the tops with the brown and the green before we put the chameleons and flowers on, just to make sure that turns out fairly nice. So I will go ahead, and I think maybe 1 ounce per leaf should do it. But before that, I'm going to have to take some of my liquid latex, see how that works, go around the edges, because I don't want any more coming down through. So let me go ahead and do that. Hi everyone, I hope you're well today. I am just finishing up just the small little details on our geckos before I get ready to pour the final layer and set them into place. So let me just put a few things away. I did go ahead and add black paint and the white dots, or the dot of life, into my geckos because they were pretty gray and they just looked dull, because I had just used micro powders, and I had just got my new supply of Testors paints in today. So of course I had to open those up, and you know, I use those for my edging on coasters or anything resin. If I need edges, I use my gold and silver Testors. But now I didn't have the blue, yellow, or white, and I was out of black, so I went ahead and got a new set. So I'm good to go for a while. Then I went ahead and I sprayed my flowers with a spray polyurethane, and I use this all the time, and that gave my flowers the gloss like the lizards are already glossy. So we got rid of the matte because I didn't want to pour resin over them to give them the gloss, because they would just puddle up. It would just puddle up in the spots that I didn't want it to be. And then here are the leaves, and to prepare them, I'm doing something else on the back, because the liquid latex worked, but of course, you know, it was kind of tricky to get off of this texture here, but that's okay. I went ahead and I put contact paper on the back. Now, one reason is to save it from going over the edges like tape or liquid latex would do. The other was, if it goes in through this area and leaks all the way through, the contact paper will catch it, and it'll still help me give this a thicker feel to it, because like there's a little bit of bend in a couple of these spots on the leaves. But there they are. They turned out really nice. I love the color green. So what I'm going to do is go into the back room, get the resin, and we're going to set our lizards on and our flowers on. And I also had 2 of these glass, what are these, for floral arrangements? You can find these anywhere. These were smaller ones, so I thought, okay, we'll have 1 little raindrop on each little leaf. So I'm just moving this all onto one tray to go to the other room. And I just have freezer paper on a piece of cardboard here. That's what I took them outside to spray on. And I will see you as soon as I mix up 2 ounces of resin. Be right back. Oh, I did something else too. I forgot. Just as I was getting ready to go. I took my Sharpies, brown and green, and I went around the edges of the leaves just to make sure, you know, they were fully covered by color or resin or whatever. I just went around the inside of the edges so to cover up any spots, any white or anything that just didn't look like it belonged there. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix resin. Okay, everyone. Gee, I felt like I was talking a mile a minute there for a second. I guess I was too anxious or excited. So, now I mixed up 2 ounces of Let's Resin resin, which is new to me. Oh my goodness, it had hardly any bubbles at all. I was really glad to see that. So I'm just putting this on a few little cups here to raise them off of my silicone mat. And I figured I'd allow 1 ounce per leaf. That's what I did on all the layers I've used so far. It's just 1 ounce. So let me go ahead and get this on here. And oh, let's see what happens. I'm so excited to get these done. At first I thought, you know, this was a crazy idea. Was it going to be tacky? Was it going to look cheap? And actually, it's not going to look any of those things. It's going to look pretty darn cool, I think. I think it's going to be pretty darn cool. So I hope you like it. Let's get some of this in here. My stick out. I'm going to spread that a little bit. I did clear because I don't want, you know, the lizards and the flowers to get, you know, colored edges when I place them in the resin. I just want the sides to be clear for whichever resin, you know, is going to hold on to them. So that looks good right there. Now I have a little makeup brush here. Can you imagine? Sorry, wait a minute. I'm thinking of this matrix, this makeup brush, right? Who needs something like this to put their makeup on their face? I mean, are they smearing? Well, it just struck me funny. And then I thought of one of my 8th grade teachers. I won't say her name. She's probably gone now. But, I mean, she must have used a spatula to put her cake makeup on, because it was like cake makeup. I mean, it was like troweling on cement, I think is what. And then I had to laugh when I looked at this, and I thought, yeah, really? These are for makeup? Oh, dear gosh. You'd really have to plaster it on thick. So anyway, maybe it's a good thing the resin artist discovered these, or whoever, I shouldn't say makes these, would be out of business. I don't know. But it just struck me funny. Like, that's got to be some thick ass, pardon me, makeup. Thick makeup to have to put it on with one of these. Anyway, I'm sorry if there's anyone out there who does use these to put your makeup on. I don't mean to be ignorant, but or rude. It just struck me funny because I don't know. Pardon me. I said before, I'm highly medicated, you know, so forgive me. Sometimes I'm a little too blunt. But anyway, I'm going to spread this around. Get off of that silly subject. But yeah, I'm hoping whatever leaks through will just thicken it up with the contact paper on the back. So I'm hoping, like these little areas that are rather thin, I want to thicken those up. I better hurry because I have the other one to do. Oh, look at. Okay. I noticed I didn't get resin on the little loop-de-loop on this one, but I did on the green one for hanging. Or you can hang this, or, you know, just put put it on the countertop. And I think I'm going to put bumpers on the bottom too. I'm going to put bumpers on there. All right, here we go. My gloves aren't full of resin. I'm going to grab a little gecko here. And let's see. The flowers are going to be coming down, which means I have the right one now, yes. Oh, I was going to go on the wrong side. I wasn't. There we go. So, I'm going to try to set this as close to top as I can, and I hope that's enough resin to have them grip. I should have put some on the back, eh? Darn it. And that's going to go down, so he's going to come up. Because remember, I had that in his little groin, that little cut area. He could be like hanging on the edge. Let's see how that looks. Should I bring his little toe over here? I'm gonna have to keep pressing these. I didn't think to put resin underneath. Well, I did, but I thought of that earlier. No, probably too late. But that should hold. I didn't want to put any glue under there. And I don't have, what is that epoxy that comes in the two little syringes? Oh, quicks. And you mix up, you can just mix up little batches at a time. I can't remember what that's called, but I don't have any. So, come on. Gosh, I might have to use that other resin to go around the little guy. Hope not. I don't want to mar him up with resin on my fingers. Shoot. Well, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to pour resin around it. Gosh. It's a bummer. You know what? If I have to, I'll do it later, because for right now, I want these done so I can have photos for you. And get this ready to post for Sunday, which hopefully is today when you see it, because I'm going to be out of town. So I'm just going to bring that up here a little bit. And I've got two little flowers to put beside. Got a little one here. And I was going to put the bigger one there. Maybe that's too many, eh? Whoops. Maybe I don't need that big one. I guess I don't. We'll just go with this. Get in there. I want it to look like it's growing on that stem. Like that. Oh! And our teardrop. Where shall we put that? I don't want to get resin on that. Don't know if I can grip it with a... Not a teardrop, a raindrop. Where should that go? Do I need more than one? I think one right there would look good and one right there would look good. But let's go. I like it. I think right there. Well, here, by the lizard. Like he's going to get a drink, maybe. Maybe he'll slurp that up. Okay. There, I can see through that. The resin, it's catching it. There we go. There is a beautiful brown gecko on a big leaf. I hope you like him. Let's move on to the green one. So I'm going to swap places with these two. The green one here. And these trays, you know, I've got these at Costco when I first started resining, or Sam's Club, and they're quite inexpensive. They're two sizes and they come with a lid, so you know they're perfect for resining, I think. Okay, now some more of these cups. Just put a couple here. I'm going to try to set them away from those gaps in the leaf so they don't. Something's catching. Maybe not. That one seems awful high to me. Maybe we just need 3. It's the vein. Okay. It's the vein. There's a little black showing there. Get rid of that. So I need another one now. Okay. Now, let me go where you can see me. Let me move my camera. Whoop, there we go. There it is. There it is. Now, here's the rest of the resin. Look at that. Hardly any bubbles at all. What a nice resin this is, I think. The other I was using, oh, I put it in my storefront, my Amazon storefront, the Dazzling Diamond or whatever that was. It was a good resin, but when you first mixed it, it was so bubbly. But when you added color, the bubbles disappeared. So you might have more luck with it than I did. And I'm going over the sides here. So let me get this out. I do like the green. You could do any color, really. Any color you wanted. Okay. And I'm going to have to raise this a tad, I think, with a stick. I'm kind of leaning off my board a little bit. I don't even need to be on it, actually. But there we go. This leaf is drooping down some. Okay, Billy, quit moving things around. I gotta have a hold on it somewhere. There we go. It's funny how the green leaf filled in with resin more so than the brown one did. And I used the same amounts on both. This one seems to have more, or it spreads farther. I don't know why. And this one's the bigger one. But I really like how these turned out. And I was just, once again, just trying to see, oh, will this work? Well, yes it does. So try this. It's cool. Okay, make sure that's not on my gloves. And we have beautiful yellow flowers. Now I'm going to put that one on this side because, see, I was thinking from the stem, and you know, that's apparently a stem, or the loop is supposed to be a stem. We'll have the flowers come like as if they were growing right alongside it. Or from the stem. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. It's kind of blank down there. I don't know what to do about that. And here's our lizard. A little gecko. Now, he could be going up. I don't know which way I want him. I think I want him up. But he could be going down. Where he's going up. The other one's going up. So, yeah, but maybe he shouldn't. But he will. Okay. He's I'm indecisive. I think I had him going down before. Okay, there he is. Scoot you around a little bit. Now he's touching the resin. That paw is not. But as long as, there it is, there he goes. He's in it. He's in it now. And then our little raindrop. Now, since that is kind of sparse right there, I think I'm going to put the raindrop down here, just like that. I think we only need one. Oh, he's going to slide. Better put it somewhere where it's not going to slide. Don't slide. Stay right about, let's see. Okay, that's it, everyone. I don't have to worry about bubbles. I'll just keep an eye on these. I would like it to go down the sides a little bit. I might have some of those, what did I just call them? Dimples? You couldn't see them on the, with the colored resin. I might be able to see them here. Okay, I will let this set up, take some beautiful stills, and hope you enjoy this video. Take good care of yourself. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And sending hugs. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, everyone. Are you ready? I am so ready. I hope you love these. I absolutely love how they turned out. Let's go. Brown one. Here we are. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is gorgeous. Everything is on there. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to raise you up a tad because you need to see this whole thing. That is lovely. Oh my goodness. And let me flip him and we'll just pull the back off. This is the contact paper and it worked. Well, I can play with that, but it worked beautifully. So whatever leaked through just gave it a little more strength. Pardon the glare, but this is beautiful. Okay, off to the green one. I'll just grab it. It's right here. Let me move these. Oh my gosh. I am excited. Look at this. Look at this baby. There it is. There it is. Absolutely stunning. Oh, I did good. Oh, I hope I did good. I think I did good. There's a little raindrop. Oh my goodness, let me move this. If I can set that down. That's just on a white board. That is just on a white board. Oh my gosh, there we go. I'm going to take them outside and take a beautiful photo. I'm so happy with these. I hope you like them. Yeah, it's just not a gecko out of a mold, is it? I hope you like them. How many times am I saying that? It's just, they're gorgeous. And please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. And I'm 350 away from 1,000 subscribers. That is a lot, but if you would share me with your friends, I'd love to have them join me, because if they're as awesome as you are, yes, it would be great. Just absolutely great. And I'm rambling, but I am so beside myself on this. So I'm going to take some stills outside. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week. Take good care. Sending hugs. Bye.